Okay, so, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Tyranny. Last time when we left off, we had a bit of a conversation with the opposition. We met with Ebb, is her name, and she's with the Vendrian Guard, I believe their name is. And she is... well, she just wanted to know kind of what happened to some of her teammates. One of them is now working with the chorus, and the other one, unfortunately, died. She seemed to be fairly okay with it, and we actually kind of won some favor with her, you know. I was mentioning it last episode, but I'm not totally heart set on the ruler. Oh my god, Kairos. Not totally set on Kairos. I'm just kind of doing what I need to get by, so, you know, if there's an opportunity for, you know, maybe things go in another direction, I am open to that. So, here we are, though, at the Silent Chorus camp. These are... oop. The guard places her hands on her belt as you approach, gripping the hilt of the blade. Past this point is Chorus territory, and you don't look like someone's conscript. You sure you're in the right place? I am an Ishvel, fate bender of Tunon. I am here to help vanquish the Oathbreakers. I'm always in the right place. No, I'm Ishvel, I'm a fate binder. You know, I think I was just told to expect somebody, but you seem too ugly to be him. Her lips crumple into a smirk. Why exactly should I let you in? Oh, you think you're so funny. You gain favor with the Scarlet Chorus. You dolt, this is the Fatebinder. He's been with us since the damn start. Even shed blood at the gates of judgment. Fucking new fish. Ooh, what's your language? Start learning the names and faces or find work as someone's moving target. This was a conquest decision. Gates of Judgment is a name given to the mountain pass, separating the tiers from the Northern Empire. The treacherous scree slopes and deadly rock slides create a nigh impossible barrier responsible for centuries of peace between the two regions. In 428, Kairos' army began the conquest of the tiers by smashing through the Gates of Judgment, and as a young Fatebinder tasked with seeing war, you were part of this first glorious assault. Joining battle with the Scarlet Chorus, you proved your worth in the eyes of the court and the armies of Kairos by shedding blood with the others in this storied battle. Those who fought with you fondly consider you one of the Gatecrashers, a sort of unofficial veterans club for members of this pivotal battle. Well, good. I'm glad that the Silent Chorus still likes me. The guard shakes her head, blushing with embarrassment. I'm terribly sorry. Now please, come right in. Thank you. Oh, and it looks like Beric has leveled up, and he has some talents that he can spend. Is there anything he's particularly fond of? It looks like his resolve is fairly high. Let's improve his strength. And now his talents. He does have a talent point. We could get him something in Sentinel. Issue a mocking invitation challenging enemies to attack Beric. Okay, yeah, let's have him be more of a taunter. Right, so, what do we have here? Scroll. A scroll sits here glowing with mystical energy. Oh, new spell core, Sigil of Illusion. Ah, there it is. So, I can actually create sigils. That's really cool. Sigil of Illusion. Those who master the Sigil of Illusion are skilled in the arts of deceit and trickery, using its powers to misdirect and confuse their targets at critical moments. Often derided by combat mages for its inability to kill outright, those who specialize in illusion know its true power can turn the tide of any battle. It merely requires someone smart enough to know how to use it. Sigil of Focused Intent. Expression used to create spells that affect single targets near the caster. Cool. So I could create this. Cooldown of 24 seconds. Makes the target in a blurred illusion, making them harder to hit. Oh, maybe I can assign this to, well, let's give that to me, I guess. So I can cast that on my teammates, hopefully. And, I'll be able to make them not so easy to hit by the enemy. Hopefully it works that way. Okay, so in here we are looking for taking the outer valley. Speak with the fifth eye. Right, who is the fifth eye? Oh, right in front of us apparently. Is it you? The binder of Tunon arrives. Squealing with teenager's timber, the fifth eye's voice makes your gums itch and your fingernails feel in need of a trim. And we just finished having a bit of sport with some captives. But worry not, we'll have more fun with another batch momentarily. Dressed in a bronze-red regalia of the crimson spears, the fifth eye beckons you to stand close, wagging a blood-spattered glove. You guys are fairly grotesque. Have you come here? You've gained wrath with the Scarlet Chorus. I haven't done anything yet. Have you come here to order the Scarlet Chorus to die so that the disfavored might live? That is how you played it back at the Vellum Citadel, after all. Okay, you're still holding that against me? Typical reasoning of a Northman. Disfavored lives matter more than conscripts, no? Yeah, that's right. I do remember doing that. Yeah, I remember doing that. I know, but you guys were dispendable. You pride yourselves on having so many people that you can lose a whole bunch and then get a whole bunch of people back. Now that you have issued this edict and doomed us all to die, have you come to help us climb out of this hole? Chirps of laughter emanate from under his mask. I trust you're getting your warriors ready for battle. Not here to follow your every order, but we all need to work together to stop this edict. How has the camp responded to the edict, or I've got other things to do? Yeah, I trust that you guys are all getting ready, right? We know the Oathbreakers are focused in the Citadel beneath the mountain spire, but we have learned this is not their only nest. The fifth eye wags a hand in the air with a high-pitched squeal of displeasure. Buddy, you need to stop squealing. Given their pattern of attacks, they must have a second group maintaining camp here in the Outer Valley, and unless we deal with the second group, they'll attack from behind the moment we cross the river. You have how large a force, and for all these weeks you've let the enemy move freely through the valley. The disfavored think you can't control your horde, and that many are defecting back to the Vendrian Guard. Yeah, so let's put the blame on him for a second. You've been here for how long, and you know that they exist? I'm hurt. Insult my manners or maturity, I already have, but do not insinuate that I sit idle when there's blood to be shed. The Crimson Spear claps his fists together. We have dealt with countless Oathbreakers, but one group remains at large despite our best efforts. Captain Palox's crew consistently evades or kills our own gangs. So you need help taking out these Oathbreakers? Yeah. And while a good old-fashioned slaughter would be an efficient solution, the smarter answer is not to kill them, but to add their strength to ours. My last group of scouts returned with a new batch of prisoners, and one of these prisoners claimed that she can lead us to the Vendrian Guard's secondary camp, though there are shreds of deception in her voice. I could use your help questioning this very Akel. Perhaps you will get less screams and tears and more useful information out of her. If we knew where to ambush the Oathbreakers, we could try and take their captain and show him the wisdom of joining the chorus. I'll speak with the prisoner. Why not just ask the Archon of Secrets? I thought he could interrogate anything. I don't belong to Archon Nerat. What's my help worth? Are a few more conscripts going to change anything at this point? Seems wiser to just kill them. Yeah, why don't we just get the Archon of Secrets to help out? Gained wrath. Okay. An unintelligible mutter escapes from under the fifth eye's mask as his posture stiffens. Scarlet Chorus favor 1, and I'm sure you can drink all manner of cider, but that doesn't mean you'll drink every barrel of cider in sight. A boring, insignificant mind is a waste of the Archon's efforts. Okay, but getting this information shouldn't be a waste of the Archon's efforts. Alright, so this is verse. I've known the Archon to demand personal interrogation, but it's only ever been with leaders, mages, or others of great merit. I've often imagined the interrogation process is not to be taken lightly. Perhaps it's downright exhausting for Nerat. Okay, see, now that makes a little bit more sense. Alright, fine. I will talk to the prisoner. I will meet you there. She is waiting by the other prisoners. Okay, and where's the other prisoners? Should we just follow you? Oh, prisoner Varia. Where? Oh, that's Lantry, Vendrian Guard prisoner. Varia Kell. That's who we wanted to speak to. Choirman, let the Fate Binder speak with our catch of the day. Very well, Fifth Eye. Okay, so we can talk to Varia Kell. Please, someone. I wish to bow before the voices of Neret. I thought all could find redemption in the chorus. A woman in the makeshift armor of the Vendrian Guard lurches forward in agony. Her soiled, trembling leg suggests she has been forced to stand for days. This one, he flippantly waves at the prisoner, was hollering earlier that she knows the location of the Vendrian Guard encampment, but she isn't being entirely honest. I told this thing, the prisoner turns pale a moment before a look of determination comes over her face, that I wanted a guarantee I'd live and be welcomed into the chorus as a captain. Then I'll talk. Otherwise, they'll just kill me once I've opened up. I was dumb enough to join with the Vendrian Guard, but I'm not dumb enough to give away my bargaining bronze. Tell me what you know, and I can see you to your release. You claim you would disavow your people for the Scarlet Chorus. Why the change of heart? Yeah, let's get that information first. Because I want to live, and you don't need to be the Archon of Premonitions to know that the younger realms are gone for good. She blinks several times, catching her breath. Kairos is the new strength of the Tears, and I would rather stand with his Archons than be crushed by them. Okay, so she's just joining out of fear, which isn't... I mean, I guess Kairos would be okay with it. Yeah, so why should I trust the words of an Oathbreaker? I suppose I have no answer for that. Varia's eyes fall to the ground, and she swallows nervously. When I joined with the Vendrian Guard, I accepted their broken vow unto myself. Have you not felt passion for a foolish cause, one you later come to regret? Well, my surrender is sincere, and I'm willing to bow before the voices of Nerat to prove it. Alright, so then tell me what you know, and we can talk about your release. I heard the chorus is looking for Captain Pelox Florian and his crew. I can lead you to them, but only if you release me. She turns her head, taking a long look at skewered and smoldering corpses around her. She tugs at her restraint, but to no avail. Athletics 20, raise your voice. Start talking now. Or subterfuge. You're lying. Why don't you tell me what you actually know, and I'll see about saving you. Gained 18 subterfuge. Nice. Well, you see, shaken by your demand, her lips move wordlessly for several seconds. So I don't know exactly where the rest of my crew is, but I can tell you. She shakes her head, catching her breath. Search that one. She reaches up with her right leg and points with her foot, calling attention to a nearby pile of corpses. The tall dark one missing most of his face. Check his left boot. He was the literate one in our crew. He had the orders. With a snap of his fingers, a pair of choirmen yank the boot off the fallen guardsman. A rolled parchment slides out of the boot and is thrust into the Fifth Eye's hands. He unfurls the scroll to give it a read. It's nonsense, just mash of words. Laughter erupts from under the mask. She said she had information. She gives us garbage. Slay this wretch for wasting our time. He snaps his fingers at a nearby Scarlet Fury, who promptly snatches a long knife from her belt. I heard her say she'd swear fealty to the voices of Nerat. An initiation rite would be in order. Should we trust her? I mean, they're looking for more people. Remain silent, let them kill her. I mean, is this really any different than what you guys do when you go take people and then just have them join up with the chorus? Of course, I gained wrath with them. Seeing as you are an expert on the subject of fate, I will entertain your wisdom on the matter. What then would you propose we do with her? Point to 2 other prisoners. Let's test her loyalty. Varia, kill these guardsmen with something blunt. Oh gosh. Send her back as our agent. When the time comes, she will aid us, or we track down her kin. You're wasting a good slave. Work her until she's broken, and feed her to the pigs. Send her back as our agent. When the time comes, she will aid us, or we track down her kin. Yeah, I mean, that might be the best option. At least she has the choice of serving. I will need to think of a good explanation for my escape, but I'm certain I can return and avoid suspicion. Thank you. You will not regret this act of mercy. This will end amusingly, for the Vendrian Guard would be smart to assume she only escaped by our whims. You there. The Fifth Eye barks at a pair of guardsmen, beckoning them forward. Release our newest recruit. She has orders to infiltrate the Oathbreakers. See that she is escorted to the river's edge. Okay, so we'll see We're going to see how this turns out for us. Hopefully not too bad. Varia inhales deeply, flexing her fingers as she shakes off the stiffness of being tied to a post for days. I will return to the Vendrian Guard, act well my part, and await further instructions from the chorus. With a nod, she follows her escorts out of the camp. We're no closer to finding the Oathbreaker's position, not with this cryptic mess. She promised us answers, and all she gave us was rubbish.
Sorry to interrupt, but I highly doubt it's gibberish. More likely, it's one of the local scripts.
Oh, so now you can talk here, huh? The voice comes from another prisoner tied up next to Varia. An older gentleman with the quills, ink veils, and parchment scrolls one finds on the sages of the School of Ink and Quill. Ink smudges over his cheeks, temples, and ears. His clothes appear charred, and between the rips of the fabric, you spot burn scars along his arms. Despite being emaciated and tied to a post, he offers a beaming smile. Who are you? Show him the parchment, or read the parchment for yourself. Who are you?
I'm Sage Lantry, one of the hired quills that was coordinating missives between the Vendrian Guard captains. They aren't paying me anymore and aren't coming to my rescue. So I'll decipher that parchment for you. That's what smart prisoners do, right? Make themselves useful?
Yeah, let's see what you can tell us.
Let me see. I can't...
You hold the parchment in front of the bound sage, and his eyes dart down the lengths of the missive. He reads the words a second time, nodding in silence.
I don't know exactly what it says, but I'm half certain that's Sage Selwyn's handwriting. I'm sure I could decipher that in a few hours' time. Don't need my hands free, but I think better when not tied to a post. I know, I'm weird that way.
A few hours, either you can read it or you cannot. What use is a sage that doesn't know his letters? I've heard all I need to hear. I say we have some fun with this one. It can't hurt to give him a few hours. Your life depends on translating the scroll right now, or another useless prisoner dispose of him. No, we need to know what that says, and if he needs to be away for a few hours, under supervision, just reading a scroll, fine. Maybe it's deciphered and he needs to undecipher it. You read the edict. I don't need to tell you the sundial is working against us. This addled old bag is just trying to stall us. The voice of Nerit will be upset to know you squandered a source of enemy intelligence. He's trying to help. Isn't that worth something? Let's use the voices of Nerit against him. How true. Then we shan't put him to waste. He will serve as a most riveting source of amusement as we put him on trial.
Fatebinder, I beseech you, be my advocate for this trial. I'm no fool. I know the chorus uses blood, not words, to settle these matters. But you are a servant of the Archon of Justice, are you not?
Fine, but I'll be his champion. This one needs to live. Release the prisoner at once. I'm taking him into my custody. We need the prisoner alive. This is a terrible idea. He obviously has useful information, yet you're willing to let him die for sport. As a Fatebinder, it is not my place to tell the chorus how to conduct trials on their own land. I feel like we are actually kind of wasting time here. He obviously can help us, truthfully.
Clearly you need an education in Scarlet Chorus justice. Anything that satisfies their sick amusement is fair play. If the conquest is any judge, there are no limits to their depravity.
Seems to be the case, Barrick.
Did Graven Ash castrate you during recruitment, or do you just not know the meaning of the word fun? I'm actually curious.
Playing a game of soccer is fun. Putting someone on blood trial because they may or may not have useful information isn't fun. That's just a waste of time in a time where we really don't have much. With the shake of his head, the fifth eye gives you a shrug. Is it not obvious? If he is a true enemy of the Overlord, he will perish by our blades. If he can survive, then he is strong, and the strong lead, thus his crimes will not be crimes, but simply the actions of the mighty. What's not to understand? This isn't alchemy. Oh my god. To think that I liked you guys in the beginning. Oh, boy. I'm taking him into my custody? I mean, can we do that? Can I take him into my custody and then have him read the notes? He's just kind of an old man. I doubt he's actually going to do anything. Yeah, we need to get this settled quick. I'll take him into my custody. Not a chance, he's our prisoner. If you think you can crack the information we need out of his skull without troubling the Archon, that's one thing, but you're not walking out of here with our property. Grab him by the mask. Did you just tell me no? Lore. True, but by Kairos' law, he could swear fealty to me and become my sworn vassal, my property. That is true. That is true.
A most clever technicality. And I would happily serve the Archon of Justice's warrior. Especially if it means getting out of this mess without a perforated lung.
Silence, old man. Good luck bowing to the Fatebinder with your head pulled from your neck. The fifth eye jabs a finger at you. The chorus earned this prisoner right and proper. If you wish to rob from me, go ahead, but all will know you are the sort of Fatebinder to take as you please. Oh boy. Then hand him over if it's a fight you want. I don't know what "if it's a fight you want" is supposed to mean. I mean... this is a tough one. I'm not gonna... I don't want to threaten the fifth eye. You're the sort of Fatebinder to take as you please. Okay, hand him over to me. No, if it's a fight you want... If it's a fight you want, does that mean that we're gonna go to their trial? Oh boy. Alright, if it's a fight you want... Let's click that one. Gained favor with the Scarlet Course. Did you hear that, brothers and sisters? Raising his arms to the sky, the fifth eye roars for all nearby to hear. Trial by combat is upon us. Oh boy. The sage is unbound from the post. Stiff legs nearly buckle as he attempts to walk, and his arms flex and flail in their new freedom. Wiping sweat and grime from his brow, the sage steps close to you with a nervous smile. Rhythmic roaring and stomping of hundreds of feet in unison flood the camp. Hordsmen begin to circle and swirl about, brandishing weapons and cheering. If they got this worked up to fight the enemy, I venture the war would be over by now. You're funny, Barrick. Begin the chant of gathering. Let the warriors know that tonight's entertainment will soon commence. Brothers and sisters, who amongst you sets the standard for strength? Who amongst you will help winnow the weak from the strong? The fifth eye waves his hand in the air, drawing in a gathering of chorus soldiers. Fifth eye, our claimants have been assembled. Now let the trial of Oathbreaker begin.
I'm not here.
Okay, so we are all in a fight. It's me versus Barrick and Lantry. Okay, so this is us down here. So I could do Quicken. What does that do? Lantry quickly heals the Fatebinder with a surge of restorative energy. The burst of energy is so invigorating that the Fatebinder is also hastened. Okay. Spectral Blur. That makes my someone harder to hit. Iron Tolling. Barrick and the Fatebinder both bang their shields and armor, harassing an enemy. The target is compelled to attack Barrick for a short time while Fatebinder's Mocking Jester leave the enemy confused and off guard. The foe loses all ability to parry and dodge until they recover their senses. That's pretty good. Let's actually do that one. And we'll target... we have some Horde members. Scarlet Furies. Okay, so... me and Barrick will use that one. And then... Burning Iron. Yeah, Verse, use Burning Iron on this one here in front of you, and Lantry, what can you do? Restorative Touch, Titan's Touch, or Renewal. Okay, Renewal sounds pretty good. Use Titan Touch, actually, on Barrick. I think he's going to need it.
On my command. Unstoppable!
Okay, we're doing... Oh, who's wounded? Oh, Verse is pretty wounded. When a party member takes damage, they will start to lose health. Health bar next to a portrait will start to decrease. When a party member's health drops enough, they will gain wound at the health bar will turn red. Okay, so... Alright, so that wound is going to last for a little while. And Lantry definitely needs to heal... Verse. So Lantry will heal Verse. I'm going to use Thrust on this one here. Challenging enemies to attack right here. And I think we're good. Okay, we've got one of them down. Lantry is about to lose some health. So let's have him heal himself. And, Verse is just down. Okay, she didn't last very long. Charged Fist, I'll use Charged Fist.
I got it.
Okay, Lantry, you're just gonna need to use a health potion. And Barrick, I don't know what you're doing, but I think you're good on your own. I'm gonna use Shield Stun here.
Take that.
Okay, so Lantry's down. This is not going very well. We'll use this attack here and Alright. Alright, so now I think Barrick and I are going to be able to just focus our attacks on one enemy at a time, and then that should be able to quicken things up a little bit. Our health is doing okay. I'm just really upset that... Oh gosh, I'm about to go down. And let's see.
On it.
This is really bad.
Stand tall.
Oh, Barrick is the only one. Oh no. Alright, Barrick, it's all you. It's all you.
No can do.
Alright, charge up your heavy attack.
Won't happen. Someone put me out!
Oh, Barrick is on fire. And there's no way to bring these people back. Alright, it's just Garrett and this last one.
I will aid you.
I
will aid you.
Alright, Barrick, whenever you're ready to get your heavy attacks going. Alright, this is not going...
I'm going down!
Oh, and the party has died. Okay, hard mode is no joke.